Hello beautiful people, and welcome to our new video. Today let us talk about observation, or better, how to learn the skill of observation. In our inquiries we have talked a lot about what observation is, how to observe, but we didn't talk about how to learn this skill observation. So let us dive today deep and find out together. First of all, when we start, we have to ask ourselves, what is the observation? Observation, by definition, is to completely observe something. Most of our life we have learned how to analyze, because our brain all our life has always observing something at first, then store that memory, then compare it with other and analyze. What can I get from here? Should I avoid this? And so on and so on. So our brain has been used to analyze, not to observe. So if we want to start observing, first we have to develop the skill of observing. So what is analyzing? As I already said, we use our sight most of the time, or our senses, to see something, to observe something, and then we analyze. Then we have thoughts inside our head saying that is good, that is bad, and we divide ourselves as always to observer and the observed, and becomes very hard to observe something. Most of the time we really do not know how to observe. But if we want to really observe, there is a way to watch, to observe completely without our thoughts in your head. And how can you do that? It's more simple than you think. It is very simple. In fact, all you have to do is stop thinking and listen completely. And if I say that's easy, you probably think, oh, it's so hard to stop our thoughts. But most of you have already done this. You have done this by listening something extraordinary, something interesting. When you see something amazing for the first time, like a beautiful mountain, beautiful man or a woman or nature or something that take your breath away, you completely stop your thoughts in your head and you just observe for that what really is. For the moment, that what you observe has absorbed you completely. Now, it didn't absorbed you as awareness. As awareness, you are completely there. What has done is observed you, your ego, your created self, that which is not really you. That what we divide ourselves to observer and the observed. So observer is completely absorbed. So if we want to do that, if we want to completely observe that what really is, we have to just stop and watch. And I'm not saying to watch with your eyes. I'm saying that you have to watch with your complete presence, your complete attention, and be now. If you talk to someone who is very interesting to you, he's speaking something very interesting. If you constantly in your head think, oh, I agree with you, I don't agree with you, oh, I have to say something when you're finished, I better not forget this, then you cannot listen to what that person is talking to you. You are constantly listening to your own thoughts, and there is no observation, only analyzing and comparing. And that is not observation. Pure observation is pure attention. You have to cultivate that attention. And we already spoke, but I will say it just shortly. Attention and concentration are not the same. Concentration is to exclude everything else and just focus on one thing. Attention is allowing everything and still be aware of everything that's happening without any thought in your head. And it's easier than you think to do it. You just let go everything. For instance, you can try to sense all of your 5 senses at once. You will see that you have difficulty to doing that, because the ego, the created person, is moving from sight to hearing, to sensing, to feeling, and it cannot stay put at one place because it is a thought. But if you allow everything, you will soon realize that all of your senses are already working. So it is a great way to practice observing by just letting all your senses functioning as they are. And you will see that you already feel if it is warm, if it is cold, if it is raining, if it's someone talking to you, and if you see something beautiful all at once, without a need for you to concentrate on something. You are just aware. In that sense, you can practice observing the same. But be aware that always when you try to observe, the center will be there. So you can practice it by just releasing everything. It's not a practice, it's more of just being here in a presence. And this presence will allow you to develop that skill of observing. One last thing that is very important is you cannot completely observe while you are suffering. If you want to listen to someone who's talking to you something interesting, but you have so many problems inside you, you are constantly worrying about something, you cannot hear that person, because you are not completely there. You are just listening to your own self, your own mind talking about your problems. So first step to really observe, to develop that skill of observing, is to let go all of your problems. And you can practice observing your problems too. So first start by observing something very beautiful, like nature. You come outside and you just observe that beautiful tree. Then bring that awareness inside you and see what are your reactions to that outside beauty. Do you think it's beautiful, it's nice, I have to come again, or you are just watching? So always take it from outside, bring it inside. Then when you completely melt your thoughts away, then you will see that there is no difference between outside and inside. And you are just watching, observing. There is no center of you. You just are. Thank you for watching. I hope that you can develop this skill. And it's not hard, you just have to do it. Practice, try it for yourself, and see if the results are working. Never trust anyone on a word, not even me. Try it for yourself and see is that really working. And you will find soon that your life is completely transformed. Till next time, infinite love to all of you people.